Hi there, so good to be back today on Smart by Alima. You know how we do it. Come here every week to share values, share stuff to motivate you, to pinch you like I've always liked to say. Today we'll be continuing from where we stopped the last time. We'll still be riding on self-esteem. Yes, why would we still be riding on self-esteem? Because I realize that it's not something that could just be talked about in just 5 minutes or 4 minutes. There are a whole lot of things that are attached to it, and because it's key to who you are, it needs to be talked about. Remember last week I told you that one of the things I said to make sure that you enhance your self-esteem to make it high is that you should always aim for the best and not necessarily perfection. Start from somewhere. Let me do it well and not necessarily let me just get it right at once. You might not get it right the first time, but you might get it. So if you give yourself that encouragement that you can do it, there you go. We could go on like 3 episodes and we'll still be talking about self-esteem because it's key to who you are. Like I said in the last episode, habits of negative thinking about ourselves can lower self-esteem. Sometimes people don't even realize that they are diminishing themselves, as in the way they are thinking is affecting who they are. Their thoughts is making them have a lower self-esteem of themselves, is making them value themselves less than they should be. So they allow that judgment to be made by people around them, and people around them come to say, "Oh, this is who you are." You can't even spell man, and so you can't even spell woman, you can't even spell girl, and then you let that be in your head that, oh, spelling man man is so difficult, spelling girl is so difficult for me, but others can spell it. So you give yourself, it makes you recline into your shell, thereby lowering your self-esteem and making you less of the person that you should be. I would like to continue from where I stopped from last week about how you can improve your self-esteem. I would say that you should think of something you'd like to accomplish and make a plan for doing it. Okay, I did like to write a book, or I like to create this very lovely pattern of design. I like to be a great fashion designer, but you're just saying this. You're not pushing yourself. There has to be a plan. You want to write a big book. You want to write a book. Make a step first. What are the style you want to use? What are the themes you want to use? What are those things you want to say in the books you want to write? You make an effort to see them come to be. You also reduce self-critical thoughts. You're always condemning yourself. Like I said earlier, you always say you can't do this. Oh, and Shola can do it because Shola is smarter. Bukola can do it because Bukola is smarter. But me, I'm just there. No, reduce that self-critical thoughts. When you reduce it, that you start critiquing yourself in a negative way that you can't do something, then you remain there. But as soon as you start reducing it and giving yourself that shot that you can do this. If someone does something, just tell yourself, I can do it better than her, even if you can. But the thoughts that you can even do it better will spur you to want to do it and do it well. Remind yourself that everyone excels at different things, and Bumi might excel at creating superficial and beautiful fashion dresses. Rukayat might excel at creating very wonderful poems, and Adebola might excel at drawing beautiful, you know, as in at drawing nice things. You might be that you might excel at sports, maybe tennis or something. So don't judge yourself on others' ability. Judge yourself on your own ability. When you know that you can do well at other things, then you share yourself, and while others are doing theirs, you share them. While you're doing yours, you share yourself, like, oh, I can do it. Think more like, okay, if she's great at fashion, then of course I'm great at sports. When it comes to designing, she will do better than I am. But when it comes to sports, I beg, she can't even stand me. When you give yourself that kind of courage, it increases your self-esteem. Try new things, recognize what works for you and what you can do. Know your flaws, work on it. Do not obsess about it. Once you know it, for example, you have some flaws. There is nobody without physical flaws. For example, you are a short person, so you say because you're short, and when people are going out, they were busy that you're short, you don't want them. No, you have lowered your self-esteem. God that created you to be short has a reason for making you short, and likewise those that are made tall, they have a reason to be tall. Those that are fat, those that are thin. If you want to work on your weight, fine, work on it. But there's some things that you just can't change. You can't change being tall. You can't change being short. You can't change being fair. You can't change being dark. Be okay and content with who you are, and then there'll be no reason for you to go and change your skin color because you have that self-esteem and you're confident that even with my dark skin, I'm the best. Even when I shut eye, I can do what a tall man cannot do. Give yourself that courage. With that, yourself, we could go on and on with self-esteem, like I said, but of course, we have to put a stop to it so that we can move on to other things. I hope that what we shared from last episode up to this episode has helped you to be a better you. Don't forget, you can always follow us on our social media pages showing on your screen. Like I said, the aim is not to preach, it's not to condemn, it's not to show that I know how to talk, but it's just to spoil you and to pinch you to take action. I hope that with what you've heard from last week and this week, it has helped you in building a better you. It has helped you in uplifting your self-esteem. So till I come your way same time next week, remain someone that aims high and build a better positive self-esteem for yourself. Take care. Bye.